Was an all-right hockey player when he was younger. Right? I'm gonna let Karl Subban come to spend some time with you guys, answer some questions, and just talk to you guys just about hockey and having a good attitude and being prepared. Okay? Karl, Dan.
Good morning. Good morning. I worked 30 years in schools in the Toronto District School Board, so I'm at my best when I'm in front of youngsters like yourselves, boys and girls. And what makes it even more special, I'm here to speak to you about hockey and life. But Coach Kirk, he still sort of looks the same. He's got a few gray hair in his on his face, and he sounds the same. And the reason for that is PK was sitting in your chair a long time ago, and Kirk had started. What was it called in those days, Kirk?
Black Hockey School, 1992.
Black Hockey School, and I wanted PK to be around some of the guys that I saw on TV. And I know there are girls here. My daughters didn't play hockey because, you know, they're a little bit older now. My eldest is 35. No, I don't look so old, do I? And my youngest daughter is 30. So the girls learned how to skate before the boys, but they didn't have hockey. But anyway, I had PK here, and he met some of the NHL players, Donald Brashear, and I'm not sure some of you have heard of Donald Brashear. Some of the parents have. And Kevin Weeks. You all see Kevin Weeks on TV. And if you watch the American network, you will see Anson Carter. You must have heard of Anson Carter. So PK, like you, wanted to meet these players, which he did. So anyway, so I go way back with Kirk. I was at Trevor Daley. Everybody here knows Trevor Daley. Just won a Stanley Cup with Pittsburgh. I was at his mom's funeral the other day, and I saw Coach Kirk. He told me about the hockey school. He said, "Karl, would you like to come and say a few words?" Now, those who know me know that I have a lot to say. And the children in the schools where I work, they knew one thing about me, that I have a lot to say. Now, instead of me coming here today and speaking to you about what I want to speak to you about, first of all, I want to do a little survey. And just raise your hands. What are some of the things, if you had a question for me, what would it be? As you know, we've got PK, who's just traded to Nashville, and Malcolm, who was drafted by the Bruins. He's a goalie. He started very late. He played for Providence this past year. I hope this year he'll be getting a shot. And Jordan, my youngest son, and all three boys played with the Belleville Bulls. Were drafted by Belleville. Belleville played there. Jordan was drafted by Vancouver, and had a great year in Utica. That's their farm team, Utica Comets. And he had a great year there. And the thing about Jordan is he's not very big. He's not very big. He's not a big kid. But I always say his size is his prize. He has a chip on his shoulder. You might be bigger than me, but I'm going to play bigger than you on the ice, and I'm going to play stronger than you on the ice. He's so determined. And maybe this year, he'll get his first National Hockey League game. A little story about Jordan. And just think about your questions as I go along. I was out in Vancouver a couple of years ago doing some work with Hyundai. Our family served as ambassadors to Hyundai. And I happened to be in Vancouver when Jordan was attending his first NHL training camp. So I'm sitting there in the arena there when the Canucks play, waiting for Jordan to come out on the ice for his first shift. I'm so happy I was there because I wanted to see him step on the ice. You know, in his first NHL game, there I was sitting with a good friend of mine. He was my best man at my wedding. And guess what Jordan did, which would have made any dad proud, any parent proud? On his first shift, on his first shot, guess what he did?
He scored.
He scored a goal. And Anyway, so that sort of made me very happy. So I have a lot to speak to you about. I'm not sure how much time I have. Kirk didn't tell me. But just let me know if you have a question for me, because when I want my presentation to you to be meaningful. Okay? I want to say some things to you that will inspire you. Because my motto is, every day you get up, you should be working to get better. And everyone wants to be better, whether you're in school, or you're here at a hockey school, or whatever you choose to do. You know, your mindset should be to get better. You know, so any questions? What is one question you'd like to ask me? Raise your hands. Yes?
What do you think brought PK to the next level?
Okay, good. That's a good question. What do you think brought PK to the next level? Anything else? Yes?
Are you happy for the decision that you got to international?
Okay, that's a very good question.
What does PK stand for?
What does PK stand for? Okay. Okay. Anything else? Okay, what I'm going to do then is, because I was on the way here, I'm just thinking, how am I going to package what I have to say to you so you'll remember it? I'm going to start with this, and those are good questions. And I'm doing public speaking all over the country. When I retired, I wanted to do public speaking. And what am I going to speak to people about? You know, across Canada. You know, I mean, what am I going to say to them? Or what do they want to hear from me that will, you know, that will make them want to have me speaking to them? So everywhere I go, because of the three boys, and by the way, I have two daughters. I don't want the girls. We have two wonderful daughters, and they're both educators in the Toronto District School Board. How much time do I have?
You've got how much more time do you need?
No, I just need to know.
Another like 5 minutes, 6 minutes.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
No.
So I can do it in 5 minutes.
We got 10.
Okay.
We're not gonna cut the
So I have two daughters, and they're both educators in the Toronto District School Board. They're both teachers. They sort of followed in my footstep a little bit, and I'm moms too. But the three boys are intriguing to people everywhere. Everywhere I go, people want to know, Mr. Subban, what did you and Maria do to raise three boys who were drafted and signed by NHL teams? And what makes it so interesting, because there are other families too, the Sutters, you know, they have how many boys who played in the NHL, and there are others. We have the Stewart family, both boys played, and the Stalls, so we're not the only ones. But I think, there are not too many families who look like us. You know what I mean? Like, you don't see, there are more kids of color playing hockey today. Because when PK was starting out, I don't think we had this many kids of color playing in the GTHL. So it's great to see that the game is growing. All right? But anyway, everywhere I go, people want to know. I call it $1 million question. What did we do? And what I like to do with children sometimes, I like to use the drive-through analogy. We all know what a drive-through is, right? You know, my kids know, because whenever we're taken off to the hockey rink, I would stop at Tim Hortons to get, you know, my coffee and get PK's Gatorade. And I usually don't like to leave the car. I just take the drive-through. So I want to take you on a journey here. We only have 10 minutes. All right, so I want each of you to come with me in my bus. I'm going to have a bus. We're going to the drive-thru, and I'm driving the bus. Now, before I enter the drive-thru, I see a do not enter sign over there to my left. You know what I'm talking about? There are cars coming out, right? The do not enter sign, what does it mean? What is it telling me?
Don't go in.
Why not?
Because I don't know, because there's a reason.
It's dangerous, right? So just remember that. There's a do not enter sign. We don't drive down there. We take the right way, go through the drive-thru. What is the first thing I come to when I enter the drive-thru?
The menu.
The menu. There's an order window, right? You place your order, correct? Right? And what is the next thing that I see? Once I place my order, where do I go? To the pickup window, correct? Okay, let's go back. In life, everyone must place an order. What is your order? What do you want out of your life? What do you want out of school? I knew what PK wanted. PK, at a very young age, wanted to be an NHL hockey player. He placed his order. So I want you to think about it. What is it that you want out of school? What is it that you want out of hockey? What do you want? And you must place an order. How many of you have placed an order? Raise your hand if you placed your order. And if you're here today and you don't want to be a better hockey player, I don't know what you're doing here. Because you know what's going to happen? If you don't know why you're here, you're going to be wasting your time and everybody else's time and wasting the money of your parents unless you're here for free. Then you don't care. So you must have an order. If you're too shy to say, Mr. Subban, I know why I'm here, that's okay. But PK knew what he wanted. He placed his order at a very young age. He wanted to be an NHL hockey player. Now, once PK gets to the pickup window, and once you get to the pickup window, or let's pretend your parents is at the pickup window, what must your parents do before they get what they ordered? What must they do? Pay what?
Money.
Pay the
Taxes.
Pay the price. Pay the price. Pay the price. Whatever you want in life, you must pay the price for it. You want success? There's a price that must be paid for it. You want high achievement? There must be a price. There's a price for that. You want to be a better skater? You got to pay something to get it. You want to be a better stick handler? There's something that you must pay. There's an amount that you must pay. You want to have a better shot? You must pay the price. You know what the problem is? Whether it's in school or hockey, a lot of children don't want to pay the price. Someone asked me over here, the question was, what did PK do to separate himself from everybody else? You know what? People who are successful in life, people who have achieved, you know what they've done? They have paid the price. They have paid the price. Are you willing to pay the price? So you're in this hockey school. Are you going to be on time for your stuff on the drills? Are you going to be focused or paying attention? Even though your buddy beside you wants to tell you about something stupid that happened on television last night. Somebody's doing a drill, they fall down. The guy next to you or a girl next to you is laughing and they want to distract you too. Okay? You got to pay the price. You take focus. You got to be able to focus. You got to be able to pay attention. You got to be disciplined. Let me tell you how PK paid the price. Do you want to know?
Yes.
I'm going to tell you how he paid the price. I don't never ever want you to forget the drive-through. Oh, by the way, remember the do not enter we talked about?
Yeah.
The do not enter signs are all around us. Do not enter signs are these. You're on the ice, you're not paying attention. Don't go down there. There's a do not enter sign for that. If you go down there, you'll never reach your destination. You'll never go where you want to go if you're going to be distracted all the time. If you're going to allow your friends to distract you. If you're doing the drill, and Coach Kirk says, I want you to skate hard and fast, and you're right in the crowd, so Coach Kirk can't see you, and you're not giving your all, that's not paying the price. That's not paying the price. You're sitting in here, Coach Kirk's blowing the whistle for you to come out. You and your buddies pretend you didn't hear it. You're sitting there wasting time. Well, time is important. The more time you spend on the ice, the better you're going to be. The more time you spend shooting pucks, the better your shot's going to be. Okay? So, do not enter is a bad attitude. That's where you find the bad attitude. Do not enter is when the coach is speaking to you and you don't want to hear it because you feel the coach is putting you down. That's do not enter. If you allow that in your mind, you'll never reach your destination. You got to be coachable. And you know, we all have this feeling in our minds sometimes. We feel that maybe we can't do it. That's where you don't go down that road. That's one of the do not enter signs. Don't allow that to enter your mind. With that feeling, you have doubts. You're going to have doubts. We all have doubts. Even at 58 years old, I'm writing a book, I have doubts every day. I have doubts. But I know it's a do not enter. I'm not going to go down there. Sometimes other people will doubt you. That's a do not enter. Don't let that keep you down. Maybe you get cut from a team. Don't let it keep you down. That's a do not enter. All the negative stuff, and we all have them, that I call those do not enter. Do not allow them to enter into your mind and stop you from reaching your destination. So the do not enter is important, right? Beware of them. Those signs are all around you. Negative peer pressure, negative friends, they're in the do not enter. Okay? Place your order. What is it that you want in the school? What is it that you want in the hockey? Place your order. Then you got to pay the price. Let me tell you how PK paid the price. I want everyone here, I have what you call the 4 T's. I don't care who you are. Some of you are getting A's in school. Some of you here might be a doctor, a lawyer, maybe a hockey player, I don't know. Maybe an Olympian. All right? I know one thing I couldn't be was a model, so I just, that's why I became an educator. Okay? Whatever you decide that you want to be good at, you need the 4 T's. If you remember anything today, please remember the 4 T's. Repeat after me. Time. Task. Training. Team. Time. Task. Training. Team. Time. Task. Training. Team. Well, let me tell you. So PK made time to do his hockey tasks. He made time. There are times you can't go to the mall. There are times you shouldn't be sitting in front of that video game. You can do that, but you must make time to do his hockey tasks. Just like you go to school in time, you make time to do your schoolwork. Tasks in school are your school assignments. If you don't do them, you're not going to be very good at school. You're not going to get out of school what you should get if you're not doing the tasks. You're reading, writing, math. PK's tasks were shooting pucks, skating, stick handling. We did those things religiously. He made time to do his tasks. We used to go in the basement. He used to stick handle, get a golf ball. We used to do the stick handling to our figure eights. We'd shoot pucks in the basement until he got older, when I'd bring him outside. And then I'd bring him as far away from the garage as possible. You know what I mean? Because he used to damage the garage door. And then we'd skate almost every day. Some of you think if PK was skating 5 times a week, the only thing better was 6. I wasn't happy. And he sort of developed that attitude too. You can never be satisfied. You always got to be hungry. That's how you separate yourself from everybody else. And you're going to find a way to separate yourself from everybody else. Average is crowded. How are you going to separate yourself from everybody in here? The 4 T's. Make time to do your hockey tasks. Training. Nobody gets better overnight. Nobody gets better overnight. No one gets better overnight. You get better over time. Shooting 10 pucks today, and next week you shoot another 10. How much better are you going to get? You're better off shooting 10 pucks a day. And you develop that routine and habit. Okay, so make time, do the task, and you're going to train. I always said, when PK was 12 years old, he probably skated about 10,000 hours. One winter, I said he's going to skate every day in the winter, which we probably did. I made sure his mom didn't know that those days he was sick, so we still got it in outside. Okay? And then the last T is team. If you can't get along with your classmates, if you can't get along with your peers, if you can't get along with the adults around you, God help you. You're not going to go very far. When PK was drafted to the OHL, they were drafting not only a hockey player, but also the type of person he is. Okay? The bigger the dream, the more important the team that's around you. And nobody wants to work with you if you don't have a positive attitude. One of the things I encourage kids to do in the schools where I work is to collect thank yous. I was asked, when was the last time you did something for someone here and they said thank you? Don't have to tell me. When was the last time you did something for someone and they said thank you? It starts with a coach that pulls up, come here, son, come here, you know what you're doing? You know what? When you're going around the pylon, okay, I want both skates on the ice. Okay, make sure they're both on the ice. Okay, when you turn your stick over, and then you say, okay, thank you, coach. That's all it takes. Practice. Practice collecting thank you. It just doesn't happen. It's very, very important to your success and achievement. All right, so if there's anything that I want you to remember today, remember the drive-through. Remember the do not enter. We have these do not enter signs around us. They represent our doubts and people who will doubt us. Because you're cut from a team and you live on it, you'll never ever reach your destination. Has PK been cut? He's been cut many times. I remember in draft day, the OHL, he sat there almost in tears. Because he said, Daddy, I should have gone higher. He went in the 6th round. He didn't know if he's going to make the OHL. So we went to camp, and we said, PK, I want you to be the best player on the ice. Well, I think he was the best player in the entire camp, and he made the team. We went to the under 18. That summer, he was cut in Calgary. The first one they cut. And we came back home, we didn't stop him. If anything, it energized him. Okay, setbacks are part of growing up. You're not going to make every team. All the feedback is not going to be positive. If your mindset should always be, I'm working to get better. I'm going to leave this with you too. So you have the drive-through, the do not enter, watch your order, place your order. You want to be the best student you can be, and you want to be the best hockey player you can be. You want to be the best student you can be, and the best hockey player you can be. And you use the 4 T's to pay the price. If you're not paying the price, you will not achieve. I'm going to tell you what you have that makes all of this possible. I'm going to tell you what you have inside of you that makes all of this possible. It's the same reason why I became a principal. It's the same reason why I'm doing public speaking today. It's the same reason why I'm writing a book. I came from Jamaica when I was 12 years old to barely read and write. And look at Karl Subban today. Because I have what you have. When someone says to you, I can't, you know you can because of what you possess inside of you. Repeat after me. My potential.
My potential
Lies inside me.
lies inside me.
It gives me
It gives me
the ability
the ability
to reach for something,
to reach for something,
to become something better.
to become something better.
Hear me now. My potential. No, listen to me. My potential. My greatness. My potential gives you the ability to become or to develop into something. Potential gives you the ability to become or develop into something. Potential is your skills, your talent. And you have that inside of you. It was your gift at birth. Everyone in this world was born with potential. Everyone was born with potential. And if you know why I know? I was born in Jamaica. My wife was born in Montserrat. People think there's a hockey genes. There's no such thing as a hockey genes. As hockey genes. What my boys used was their potential. We have no hockey background. How come we have these boys playing hockey at such high level? They develop their potential. That's what you have inside of you. Don't let anyone tell you differently. We're all born with it. It doesn't matter the color. It doesn't matter your height. Look at Jordan. Look at my little Jordan. 5'10", 180. I see him playing the AHL. I still can't believe it. You know what? He's got potential. So your potential lies inside you. It gives you the ability to dream, to reach for something, to become something better. And we're here to become better. That's why you're here. And I want to see the 4 T's. And when I walk out here, if I come back tomorrow, I'm looking. Are these boys and girls on time? Are they doing their tasks? Are they doing it over until they do it better? Not right, better. I'm looking for people collecting thank yous. I'm looking for people collecting thank yous. Someone falls on the ice. Are you going to laugh or give them a hand up? We're all going to need a hand up in life, by the way. Because we're all going to fall. We're all going to fall. So, what I want you to remember today, the drive-through, the do not enter. Place your order. You must have an order. Pay the price using the 4 T's. And remember, you have what it takes. You have what it takes. Repeat after me. I have what it takes.
I have what it takes.
Again.
I have what it takes.
Again.
I have what it takes.
And it takes my potential lies inside me.
Lies inside me.
It gives me
It gives me
the ability
the ability
to reach for something.
to reach for something,
To become someone better.
to become someone better,
Or something better.
or something better.
Folks, that's it. I've given you some concrete stuff today. I don't want you to think about it. And I want you to use as much as you can to make yourselves better. And if you do, then my time is well worth it today. Thank you very much.
Okay, guys, okay, guys, so save your, sit down.